Rolling? Gentlemen, welcome to the show.
All right, great to have us.
It's good to have you guys on the show. I love coming up with seeing new ideas, new products for the construction industry to help us make the industry a lot easier. So it's good that we finally met. You guys came by. You're not too far from us. You're down the street there at the Canadian Concrete Expo. What booth number are you guys at?
13115.
In Hall 1.
In Hall 1.
Yeah, in Hall 1, right? So what do you guys talk? Okay, so how do you guys classify this system, Plott?
So Plott as a whole, we're coming out with a lot of new tools, but the main one here being Carta. We're really working on a connected tools platform that enables users to bring like real world measurements into the app where they can actually see and make changes to them. So Carta being one of the first products on that line, it's a measuring wheel that allows you to walk any perimeter, any job I'm working on, be able to get the perimeter, area, and like cubic meters of that project.
So Matt, your partner and your co-partner, but then also product development, right?
Yeah.
And then Pierre, you're sales national USA and Canada.
Yep, distribution and end users.
And then how young are you guys, the company itself, right now?
So Plott is right around its 8th or 9th year now, but our parent company, we've been developing tools for a while. It's been almost 40 years at this point.
So what was the nucleus on this side? Like, how did this all spark that? Obviously, you guys saw the dinosaur version of what we're all familiar with, right? Which I joke when we first met, Pierre, I was talking about the yellow, right? We're so used to that. And then I see your system, and I'm like, this is a lot nicer, and it makes a lot of sense. So who came up with the idea that this needs to be done?
So actually, the idea came before I came to the company. We have a really good team that works on new product development, and the real thing is going down to what are the pain points on a job site.
Yeah.
So we look at a job site, and a lot of the most inefficiencies are actually spent in the planning phase, the actual measurements, and these are where all the mistakes are made. So we want to work on tools that haven't really been changed or developed in a while. So the wheel, that's been around for a while. Measuring tapes were before that. People are still using them. There really hasn't been an upgrade to that. You see a lot of new technologies coming out there in the $10,000 price range, and they're really good technologies, but there was no middle ground between a standard tape measure and those technologies. So we wanted to develop some tools that fit kind of right in that sweet spot in the middle and are accessible to a large audience.
So I like right out of the gate, I want to talk about the price. Like what you guys are offering this for. I know there's a show special going on right now, but also what the regular retail value of it is, right? Do you guys want to share that?
Yeah, of course. For Canadian purposes, normally it would be around $470.
Okay.
And show special here is $395
for this.
For the hardware. The software is absolutely free. The app is absolutely free, and that's one of the things that tend to like really capture our audience and throw them off a little bit. They're really shocked at that. Software being free for the industry. It's a one-time investment of the hardware itself, but
But $500.
It's nothing, man. It's a drop in the bucket for
like
something that's going to save you money.
For the value that you get for $500, like the insane on-site construction value that you get is insane to me.
The return on the investment is literally on the first measurement that it saves you, like the time and money.
And the time and money, that's
it's unbelievable.
So, and the app you can find on both platforms, and it's under Let's Plott, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Yes.
All right, so that takes care of that. Then we have the website, but you also have, you guys want to dive into this? I know you've got a video to show, or you want to?
Yeah, I mean, we could totally go.
Yeah, let's jump into the video.
Okay. I know, is there anything else that you guys want to share before we, because when you show me this video, I'm sold. That's it. I don't even have a business. I'm not even in construction anymore. I'm already sold. I want to have it just as a cool tool to have in my arsenal, right?
Yeah.
But I mean, it's just like, I get it. It makes sense.
Yep.
100%, right? So, and it's not like we're talking, all different types of contractors can apply this, right?
Correct.
That you get into the concrete world, because obviously we're at the concrete show here in Canada's side, but hardscaping, landscaping, you know what I mean? You can even get into framers. You can get all kinds of, like...
The applications
The applications are endless, right, for
Yep.
this. So it makes sense. Okay, so let's take a look at the video that you guys have.
Yep.
Yeah.
So you guys want to walk us through?
Yeah. No problem.
Go ahead, Pierre.
All right, so
Literally, no pun intended. Walk us through.
what we're doing here, this is Pier 6 in Brooklyn, overlooking like the Manhattan skyline. Pretty big space. In the summertime, this is a really bustling area. There's a lot of events that happen here. So right now, I'm just kind of mapping this area. As you can see, there's a lot of irregular shapes and curves and turns. What this is going to do is it's going to allow me to completely walk this area, capture it, and then bring me back to my start point. It'll provide the perimeter, the area, the volume. You'll be able to put in a cost calculator of whatever you're installing, so it can truly give you a very accurate quote of the material needs that you're going to have. The Carta really helps reduce the amount of material that's used for the installation or excavation, if you will, and just kind of maps it all together. I'm able to, mark out points, put in notes, really make the communication process from those that are doing
And that's on the app, right, on your phone?
Right on the app.
Yep.
This is the interface. It'll be on your phone. So right now we just instantly captured over 18,000 square feet. We could convert that into volume.
How long did that take you to capture that in real time? I know the video was sped up, but in real time.
7 minutes, man.
7 minutes to capture, what were you talking about, the area size?
18, almost 19,000 square feet. Pretty intense, man.
That's insane. Like, honestly, that's like, and then you can also start and stop and make a note and.
Oh, yeah. So you could also upload this and export it to like a CAD file, where you could actually now, use it for exported to other areas. You can instantly send it on a plot file, a PDF file, Excel file.
So you made it all friendly. So then you basically, once you get the data, off.
That's one of the beautiful things, is that the interface is so easy to use and it's not cumbersome. It's a very flawless app.
So on your side, I mean, without you divulging exactly all the bells and whistles that are beside it, how is this possible? How are you guys making this work?
Well, so it's actually pretty simple. So we wanted to create like a nice opening price point product, and we can continue to grow from there. But a lot of the technology's in users' phones now.
Yeah.
So the fact that we can capitalize on the phone's gyroscopes and these modern phones, if you're using a modern phone that can work with the wheel, you have that power to do those measurements. The wheel is just doing the linear measuring of it. The phone is detecting angle and really mapping out that entire project, and is really just the control center for the wheel itself.
How easy is the interface on the phone, the actual app itself? Is it pretty, like, if I give it to the dinosaur contractor on site, listen, I'll insult them, right? That's who I am. How easy is it?
It is extremely easy. So one of the things that we have in the app off the bat when you first download it is all the tutorials, from completely a video of you opening it out of the box to completely exporting a file up. We have a 30, 60, 90-second video that's going to really kind of show it. A lot of people today just don't open up the instruction manuals anymore.
Nobody does.
They want to just see the videos.
Yeah. It's
all there in the app. It's very, very useful.
So what's been the reaction here at the show, and I guess what's been the reaction on stateside as well, too?
So it's been great, the reaction. So, like, to answer a little bit more of your question, people come here, they think it's a super complicated tool. One of my first questions, and I mean, you've asked it a few times now, is how much do you think something like this costs after they're already seeing everything that it can do? And some of these numbers, they're throwing out there.
Well, to me, it was easily 4 figures.
Yeah.
Like, automatically 4 figures. So I was already climbing from 1,000 up. I was like going $1,000 to $10,000 is what I was thinking.
We hear 1,000 to like 1,500 a lot.
Yeah.
So when we tell them the price point, they really just can't believe it. It's one of those items that really attracts people, and then at that price point, again, it's all about that accessibility to them. And they see how easy it is. So we have people in the booth who, like, they see the product, like, I'm not sure if I can figure this out. They walk with it once. They're like, okay, I've got a couple questions. They walk with it again. And by that third time, they're answering some of the questions as they're going through. And it's kind of the learning curve that I see with the product, is like between 3 to 5 uses. Go home, measure your driveway, your backyard, like any new tool, you're going to want to play with it. So go out and use it. And like before you go on a job site, you'll pick it up pretty quickly.
Absolutely. One of the things that we get some questions on is, like, what is the frame on the back of the unit?
Water bottle?
It's not, it's a Gatorade.
Well, that's my first thought. It's got to be a water bottle, right?
Man. We put an upside down can of paint in there, so you don't have to bend down to actually do the real markouts visually. So,
now I see it.
Yep. That little ring right there, the nozzle will go through that, and then the trigger up top will pull it as you're mapping out. So when you're making the mark, you can now physically have it there and add in your note, and then come back to that.
That's so clever, man.
Pretty wild, yeah. Thank you.
And then it's also adjustable too, so you get a big boy, either you get a tiny guy, whatever. It's still a flexible. You're not bent over kind of thing.
Absolutely, and you could actually unscrew it from the base there too, collapse it down, so you could travel with it.
Yep. Is there anything you guys are going to add? This is first gen, second gen. What is this?
So this is still first gen.
Okay.
We've had this out for out to the whole market probably about 2-3 years at this point. it's been available to purchase probably for 4, but that first version was a lot of beta testing. And when you're developing new products and new apps, that's a really important stage to make sure that it is as streamlined as it is now, like when Pierre sees it and uses the product.
What are you guys seeing regarding feedback? Are you guys still modifying it or considering new products? I know you guys have other products here as well, but what are you guys like? The wheels are turning for other things as well.
The wheels are definitely turning for other things. Our target audience obviously, is the contractor or the end user that actually is up to date with technology. They're going to carry the best phones out there. Those best phones are going to have the best software in order to track and map out. Some people love the idea, but are still stuck in that old school phone that's not going to have those features that are going to allow you to really take advantage of the benefits of this unit. We're finding that we're getting more savvy contractors out there that are embracing technology.
Is it fair to say younger? The younger contractors?
Younger, a little bit more, younger, and I guess a little bit more experienced in the field.
Yeah.
That are looking to obviously save time and money,
Now, I guess upgrades and everything like that, it's easy. If there's any issues or what have you, it's easy to contact you guys.
Oh, yeah.
You're not going to get down a rabbit hole of I can't get a hold of anybody to kind of thing, right?
No, one of the things that we pride ourselves on is the ability to show stuff. We don't want to just turn around and tell you about it. We'd like to go out on the job site and show you.
Yeah.
So, it really hits home when you could actually see it on the job site and then you could capture everything. There's no more notes. Everything's in your phone. You keep it and you go back to it. You could reference right from your own phone. You've got those users that are doing maybe 3-4 estimates a day. Maybe they close 1 out of those 3 or 4. The Carter will actually double your operating rhythm and your capacity, if not triple. So you could go from 8 estimates and just be done with it in minutes. Versus,
basically that translates to more sales revenue, right?
Substantially.
I mean, I look at it. I know that Matt, you earlier talked about what is the price range, the retail cost of it in the show special here, and then what people were assuming it was costing. I think you guys start flipping that around, saying that's the money what you assume it costs. That's the money you start saving when you're on the job site. So you start saving 5 figures, 6 figures kind of ideas because of this tool, right?
Yeah.
That's what you guys are looking at it now.
So being up here in Canada, one of the first things we ask people is how long do you think you'll get that return of investment?
Yeah.
And it's something that we talk about a lot at the show. And to find out that a meter of concrete is costing people around $600, that's cheaper than the price of the unit. And on those larger jobs, they're going to save at least a meter. So the payback's instantaneously, and that return of investment is just continuous. You're going to be saving money. You're going to be doing jobs faster. It's all about efficiency.
Now you guys got other products as well too, right? So you get the company's larger. This is one of the products that you guys are offering, right?
Yeah. So we have a whole line of laser products that are coming out this year. So we have a lot of experience in this part of the industry. It's tools that we've generally produced in the past.
Okay.
Just not under the Plott brand. And again, we want to focus on more of the innovative products in the industry. So having the wheel is a great jump off point, and we've got more stuff coming in line for that between updating the app and then possibly a new product coming out in the future.
Completely new idea?
So a lot of new ideas coming, still in the development phase, but
Can't share
even
yet.
upgrades on the Carta itself. So
Okay.
a Carta 2.0 and stuff, they're in the works where we can possibly do elevation and grade on the site as well and create a completely 3D topographical map.
Oh, wow. I like that.
Yep.
That's expected this year?
We're probably a few years out. We're still
Okay.
in the early development phases of that. We want to make sure that we're giving the most impact for that product and the highest accuracies we can.
Well, yeah, you don't want to roll it out when it's not ready quite yet, but you're seeing that there's still a void in the industry that needs something like that you guys are developing, right?
Well, one of the great things about the industry today is how quickly technology advances.
Yeah.
So stuff that we're working on are constantly evolving. And our roadmap is probably about 5 to 7 years out at this point. We've got probably around 350 to 400 patents across a really wide range of products at this point. So we do develop a lot of products, and everything from the wheel to these laser products. This 3x360 is probably going to be the smallest one on the market when it comes out in April. Very accurate rotary lasers with Bluetooth capability. I can actually control that unit from my phone from 1,000 feet away. That way I don't have to have 2 people on a job site. I don't have to make adjustments running back and forth. I can be 1,000 feet away where a remote range isn't that far, and I can control it.
One of the other awesome features about this rotary laser is that, you know, they need to be calibrated depending on the projects that you're doing. When it comes to like industrial or commercial projects, you kind of need to have a certificate of calibration before and after each project. Usually the frustrations are that you have to send this back to the manufacturer. They do the calibrations. It could be cumbersome as far as time is concerned.
Downtime,
if they don't get it back in time, then they have to, you know, the end user's forced to go rent another one or purchase another one. We have a technology that allows you to calibrate this unit back to factory settings and bring it back to a tolerance of a 1/16 of an inch at 100 feet within 20 minutes. So it
Anywhere as long as you have a connectivity.
Right. Well, no. I mean,
On site, right? Like you just.
So it would be like in our partner dealer locations.
Okay.
So it's an actual robotic unit that will self-calibrate the unit. So
20 minutes.
max.
Yeah, instead of having a technician do that, which in the past is a cumbersome task, it takes a while, there's a lot of back and forth, and there's just not a whole lot of technicians out there. It's something that users, as he was explaining, they might be waiting 2 to 3 months before they get their unit back. So being able to partner with a couple dealers, and it's something that we're just exploring now and getting it out into the market, they'll be able to come in, calibrate their laser, have a cup of coffee, maybe do some shopping, and then walk out with that laser.
Yeah.
And then I guess that brings up a question for this. There's no calibration on this. Like you don't have to
The
adjust.
software will update on its own.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I figured, right?
The only calibration would be coming from the phone, and they regularly calibrate. So you talk about like the gyroscopes are what control the compass on your phone.
Yeah.
So that's calibrating every day. If you turn it off or something, or if it is out of calibration, every phone has a process to recalibrate. And that's something that we do help with on customer service and stuff. When they call in, we can easily type in someone's phone, pull up a video, and explain to them how it works.
I'm impressed, guys. Honestly, this is like, and the feedback's been great. Like, so are you guys, and to get one of these, you reach out and you can order it online kind of idea and then it gets shipped to you?
Yeah, so if you reach out to us, we'd probably try to push you to one of our local distributors.
Okay.
And if not, we could definitely help out with locating all of that. And if you're in an area where we don't have a local distributor, we can get you a product.
Do you want to share who the distributor is in the Greater Toronto area or no?
We're working on it right now.
Okay.
We do have some of the, you know, the larger national accounts. You
Okay.
know, Site One is an option. Whitecap is another option.
Oh, Whitecap's carrying it as well too.
Yes, they are.
Yeah, that's
Yep.
right. You were mentioning that. Sorry, you were going to say, Pierre, something?
I wanted to just kind of go through, you know, this unit right here. Matt was mentioning that this is by far the smallest. It's
tiny.
3x360 laser on the market.
Like, what's that, for Frodo? Like, I don't understand what's going on here. It's how
So,
small it is.
Pretty impressive unit. If I could turn it on, I could just show you guys real
Totally.
quick what this is going to do. This has the ability to give you 4 quadrants of square and really grid out your entire work area. So you're going to get a cross line on each wall as well as the ceiling and the floor. Your cross line points will be your plumb bob and actually allow you to kind of align several items. So this will definitely help anyone out there get multiple applications done pretty quickly. Everything's aligned with lasers today. You know, you set the center of your room, you create your benchmark, and then you can measure everything off of that.
What I like is how small it is because of those certain types that you got to put it in a tight spot that you can't fit. Then you got to kind of MacGyver it a certain way to use the larger one. You know what I'm talking about,
Yeah,
right?
no, totally.
So I guess my real question, like that's available right now?
This is coming out, I would say, like first quarter, you know, the beginning of the next quarter, so mid-April.
Okay.
You know,
So all right, and then you guys have a retail on that already or no?
Still working out the final touches on that, but it is going to be one of the more affordable ones out on the market and compete with all of the other name brands
Can I
that are
see
out
that?
there.
yeah, man. I mean,
Go ahead.
Look at the quality of the laser.
No,
man,
like
the
I'm
line
like
itself,
the line itself is very, very clean. Like
Yeah.
that's extremely clean line.
Yep.
And I honestly love how small that is. Like we're so used to, I guess the market is basically twice the size of that. What we're so used to.
Yeah, I mean, we probably see between like 40 to 50% larger
Yeah.
on a lot of other products out
Yeah.
there.
Like that. And I guess the real question is, you know, if I get all my tile thin set all over that, like all the mud on it, but you could easily, it's all encased,
Gives
right?
you a little bit of street cred on that.
No, it does totally, right? But it's like that's a nice, sweet. And if you're saying it's going to be affordable, I like that a lot.
Very much so.
All right, guys. Is there anything else that you? Okay, and that's okay. What other?
Another laser product here. The 3x360 is really what's taking the industry by storm.
You
but
basically,
we need to offer
it's
other products
it's,
as well.
It's just like that's nice as a backup. You want to add it, but I mean, this is already giving you all the lines that you need to do any job, right?
1/8 of an inch at 33 feet. Yeah.
And green.
And in green.
Why are they still making red? There's some
longer
uses for
runtime.
red, I guess, or
I guess there are, depending, if you're in a smaller work area, you could totally use red to do like, kitchen cabinets, interior installations, things like that. Green is just definitely pops a lot more. The human eye picks up on the color spectrum green better than red.
Yeah.
Manny, if you were, colorblind, you'd have a hard time seeing red. Green would pop out right away.
And with the red lasers, I mean, the green lasers are getting a much closer in price to the red lasers. So there are purposes for both. But we see more and more people leaning towards the green laser because it's only generally a couple $100 more. It should be only a couple $100 more.
Isn't the argument, like I heard some guys tell me, that the red has a cleaner, tighter line than the green? I don't know if that's truth or not.
In the past, maybe.
Yes.
But as the technology is getting more and more developed, the diodes are getting tighter and tighter. And you can see on even these lasers here that it's a pretty crisp line for a small unit
crisp.
like that. And
very crisp.
Same goes with the rotary lasers.
Old lasers tend to have been like class 3, which could be a little bit harmful to the eye if you were to get blurred out with it. Today they're all class 2.
Yeah.
Green was always 3. Today it's class 2, so they're not harmful to the eye. I mean, if it hits you in the eye and it blurs you out, you'll be fine.
It'll give you a nice little squint. That's all.
That's it.
Take a photo, post it on Instagram, filter it. You'll look good.
You won't go up or down a prescription in your glasses.
And it's running off of AAA, AA's, or is it rechargeable?
Rechargeable.
Rechargeable.
Yeah,
totally cool.
USB-C type.
Nice.
So.
Man, that's slick. I want to know the price, but if you guys are already telling me that it's comparable to everybody else out there, then I'm sold.
We're looking into it. We're probably finalizing the pricing in the next month or so. So don't want to give out something that's not.
No. Of course not. But obviously, just pay attention. People follow and contact. Get this first, and then get that second, get that third. That kind of idea, right? So, I think that anything else you guys? Was there anything else? No, I think there was a video that you guys want to share.
Yeah, I think that's about it. And if you're at the show or you've heard the product and you want to try it out for yourself, reach out to us. We can definitely work on either getting you a virtual demo or meet you up with a distributor who knows about the product and can showcase it.
And then again, the booth number that you guys are at?
13115.
And Hall 1, and then it's www.letsplott.com.
Yep.
And then on IG, it's Let's Plott, right?
Correct.
And then also the app as well. You find them there on both platforms, right?
Absolutely.
Gentlemen, thank you so much. Really appreciate you taking time.
Thank you so much for having us.
Thank you for
It's been
having us.
great. I love seeing these new ideas. Honestly, I truly love seeing it. I want to start seeing it on the job site now.
Well,
I want to see who's going to be the first kid that's going to have it on the job site in
might
Canada.
see us
here.
on the job site.
Yeah, totally cool. All right, guys. We're out of here. Thank you so much.
Cheers.
Thank you.
That was great, guys.